Okay, let's continue, Prapti.
Hi guys.
Ma'am, give host option to Prapti.
So let's move on. Okay. So next we have how you can make a difference. So firstly we have reduce waste. Reducing waste starts with small daily actions. So you can consider using reusable bags, bottles, containers, and other type of things like that. And I would recommend you not to use plastic because plastic doesn't rot, and it also like doesn't if you put it on the soil and it doesn't rot and it doesn't decay. So you can go for products with minimal packaging and recycle whenever you can. Um, and together we can significantly cut down on the waste that ends up in our landfills and ocean. Next is you have to conserve water.
Prapti,
Because,
Prapti, just a minute, please disable that annotation, please. Somebody's drawing.
yeah, sorry. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. So next we have conserve water. And as you all know, water is a precious resource because everyone's bodies runs on water, and without water we cannot be living here because even a teeny tiny drop of water was the one which made us live here, and that is how the humans and almost all the living items, all the living things were born. So water is a precious resource, and conserving it is a crucial for our environment. So you have to fix leaky taps, and you can take less showers, and you have to like use water efficiently. And by being mindful of our water usage and turning off the taps and turning off anything if it's left on, um and that will help us ensure that there is enough for future generations, because without water, I mean, we can live for food. I mean, we can live without food for some days, but we cannot live without water, because if we live without water, then we are most likely going to um struggle from dehydration. And also, yeah, next is support sustainable products, which is choosing sustainable products can make a big difference. And you have to look for items made from recycled materials, and you can probably recycle items as well. Like I showed you in I don't know if anyone noticed, but like in the cultural event I've showed you how to like make take for example some walnut shells and you can turn them into dolls instead of buying dolls made of plastic, which is good thing, but um as you grow up they might break and you're most likely going to like throw them away. And instead of throwing them away, you can just recycle them and probably melt them or make another doll. So you have to look items and make items from recycled materials and support companies that committed to eco-friendly practices as well. Every purchase is a vote for the world we want to live in. And since it's our world and it's just us living here, nobody else is gonna come. Nobody else is gonna come and disturb us. It's just us. We need to take care of our environment. We need to take care of our place. We need to clean it up sometimes, and we need to like not put too much plastic. And next, we need to promote policy changes, which is real lasting changes often comes through policy. And you can search for laws and regulations that protect our environment as well. And we can probably support some leaders who are sustainable, and we can probably hold them accountable. And our voices can drive the policy changes needed for greener future. So you can also like ask the government for what we can do, and we can make the greener future. Next, we can move on to Prapti Fruits, which Prapti Fruits is basically inspired by this meeting by this webinar. And without Prapti Fruits, I don't think this Nature for Future would have come. What is Prapti Fruits? Well, Prapti Fruits is considered to be much healthier and more environmentally friendly, because if you take a fruit, it's not only healthy for your health, it's also going to make the environment much happier, because you're gonna like plant a tree, right? Like you're taking a fruit from a tree. And also, one more thing I would like to say is that whenever you're taking a fruit from either a tree or anywhere, you have to take as much as you can eat, because you have to leave some for the birds and animals as well, because there'll be a lot of animals which are basically hungry. And yeah, and Prati fruits refers to fruit that has grown without the use of any pesticides or synthetic fertilizers or other harmful chemicals, not only for our health but also for the nature. And organic fruit is grown with natural methods that promote health and biodiversity. Next, we'll move on to our mission. Our mission is to make almost the entire world, which might be a little big, but if we work together, I'm pretty sure it'll work. So our mission is to make the world a better place and to get some healthy fruits and to eat that instead of buying the store-bought fruit, because you see the store-bought fruit have this something known as wax. Okay, so one day when I was like, I think around 5 years old. Yeah, I think when I was 5 years old, I was just making something using an apple. I don't really remember what I was making. It was something I used to bake a lot. So I took a apple and I was just like peeling the peel. I mean, some people like the peel and some people don't. Um, I was the one who hated the peels, and so I was just peeling off the peel because the I think it was a cake, so I think the cake needed only the inside part as well. I don't really remember much, but yeah. So I was just peeling off the peel when suddenly I found there's something which was white and dusty, and I was so confused. I mean, what is this white and dusty thing? So then I just took a little bit and I smelled it, and it smelled kind of weird. So then I went over to Google and I started to search, does apples have this white thing? Because its skin is red, and if there's this something white, then that just doesn't make sense. So while I was searching that, I found that they are waxed fruits, and I was so confused because I mean, why would they do such a thing? Like, listen, so if you as a person, imagine you're an apple and you're just living happily with your own thing, but then they just take this huge coat of something and they just, it's basically like makeup, I guess. I am not that I hate makeup or anything, but it's just that they just take something and they turn you into someone else than what you are. Because a real apple, as you can do research on Google and all, and it says that apple peel is really healthy for you. But then if you eat this wax, no, seriously, the wax, I see that in a lot of Google things, it says that wax is healthy for your health and all. The wax is made out of plastic mostly. I mean, I don't really think wax will be made out of other fruits. I am not too sure about that, but wax will obviously be made out of plastic, and plastic is something human made. And if something human made goes inside your body, you're obviously going to get something like you're gonna go and end up in hospital if you're eating this every day. And but waxing helps large businesses to reduce moisture loss, prevent bruising, and improve the appearance of the fruits, and to like make it look more shinier and protect the fruit from fungi and bacteria, which will obviously happen if a fruit is a fruit, like a real fruit. Because yeah, so whenever you go to some supermarket and whenever you see an apple, I don't know why, but I've actually stopped eating apples because I saw this, and in the first place I didn't used to like the peel, but then after seeing this, I started to hate the peel even more. Because I mean, who would eat this? I understand that some people are unaware about this, and I am pretty sure everyone would have to like tell their family and friends and almost everyone they possibly could about the wax. I have a friend who says she eats a lot of apples. Her apples is really her favorite thing. So when I told her about this, she said waxing isn't going to really do much. It's not really that helpful for the health. But the problem is that some people don't know, right? Like they think wax is helpful for them, and they think that it also has some bit of benefit, when it's just something that is for the fruit and for the large businesses to sell. So that is just not okay. Yeah. Next, we have to move on to hybrid fruit versus nati fruits. And this is so sad because look, this is the nati variety of the custard apple, and this is the hybrid variety. So as you can see, I've been to many places, many supermarkets, many markets, many everywhere, and I see only this custard apple is available. And this almost like it's I mean sorry, yeah, okay. This custard apple is almost it's almost extinct. Imagine you as a custard apple. Just imagine you're a custard apple, and you're just walking around on the road, seeing some happily. You're just looking around everywhere of your people and of everyone that you find this imposter, hybrid custard apple imposter in front of you, and not only is it big and strong, you just don't know what to do, right? Like you're just a tiny adorable custard apple, just seeing there, looking at the big hybrid custard apple, wondering what's gonna happen. But then the problem begins because after a few years, just say like after like 20 years, you see that everywhere, not only in malls, parks. What are you gonna do? I mean, you can't really do much, right? I mean, you're just a tiny adorable custard apple, just looking at all these big imposters. And but sadly, I have to say that this nati variety custard apple is most likely gonna go extinct one day, because these, like, my great grandmother used to say that she used to eat only this one and not this custard apple, because this one used to be much healthier, but it used to be really tiny as well, and which would make the people buying it, they won't really buy it because they're saying it's small and it's not good, like it's not good and stuff like that. And mostly whenever you buy it, it will not ripen much as well compared to this one. And the problem is that like some people don't even know this variety is there. And but you as a human, we have the rights, because we are the ones who created this hybrid custard apple. We can probably take this nati variety. But the problem is, you see, there are so many custard apples that look like this, but but even these hybrid custard apples don't have seeds, right? So it's really hard to find this actual nati variety. But you as a human, if you're really willing to not send this little guy extinct like the dinosaurs, then you can go and this picture for me to find in Google, it took me like half an hour to find it, because almost all, like whenever you search garlic, you're most likely going to be finding this one, but this one is almost impossible to find. um I understand they'll cut it off because of like they wanted to make it look smaller or whatever, but if it's completely not there, it's imported from China and it's also not good for your health. And even for the tomatoes and almost everything that you're consuming right now, they're mostly the hybrid variety and not the naughty variety. And I actually feel kind of bad because the naughty variety is actually going to go extinct one day. But we can make a change, and I'm pretty sure we can make a change of that, and we can plant that. So what we have to do is we have to take the custard apple, we have to eat the pulp, we have to plant the seed, and we have to reap the fruits. Can everybody unmute and say this with me? Eat the fruit, plant the tree seeds, and reap the fruit.
Can I like
Plant the seed,
something?
reap the fruit. Plant the seed, reap the fruit.
Eat, plant, and reap.
Eat,
Just
eat, plant, and reap. Eat,
yeah.
plant,
Can I tell
plant,
something?
eat, plant, and
Can
reap.
you off the chat
Eat,
box
plant,
because everyone is
reap.
in the chat and not listening to the webinar. So can you off the chat?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so eat, plant, and reap. Okay. So also everyone gonna remember this because this is what you have to do if you want to get a greener future, and if you want to like not let this adorable little guy go extinct. So you make sure you have to remember this. Promise me that you're gonna remember this. Okay. Next we have everyone has a role to play, right? Like everyone, all of us, we have to create a team. I'm pretty sure all of us here, we have 75 people, and I'm sure if we all get together and make a team and plant the seeds, and as you know, the eat, plant, and reap. If we do that, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a greener environment. And you know, small actions make a big difference because even every small seed you plant, and once it goes into a huge tree, you're just gonna be really happy because you see that you're making something, even though it's not such a big change, you're making something for the environment, right? You're gonna be happy about that. You have to be commit you have to commit of being stewards of the planet, and you have to be happy that you're you have to be happy that you are planting the seeds, and we need to ensure a sustainable future for generations. So we need to plant many trees, and we should clean up all the plastic and stuff like that. Um, and next, I would like to invite, and yeah, so I am done with this presentation. So next, I would like to invite Fahim for the for the video.
Prapti, please mute that one's mic was on. Everybody, please mute your mic. Everybody, mute your mic.
Prapti, I requested to record, so please accept my request.
Yeah, sure.
Next, we'll watch an inspiring video about the role of nature in shaping our future. This video explores how protecting our environment today can lead to a healthier and more sustainable world for tomorrow. Let's take a closer look at the beauty and importance of nature.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar today. We are the Discovery Induction Batch 2 of Hash Future School, and we'll be talking about the incredible benefits of growing your own food at home and the potential dangers of we are Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar today. We are the Discovery Induction Batch 2 of Hash Future School, and we'll be talking about the incredible benefits of growing your own food at home and the potential dangers of consuming store-bought fruits and vegetables.
I can go to toilet.
Everyone, please mute your mic. Prapti, excuse me, Prapti, we can't hear anything, Prapti. Prapti? Prapti, can you hear me? Nishana ma'am, are you here? Nishana ma'am? Prapti?
I wasn't able to unmute. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just
Prapti,
share the screen.
actually, when you are playing the video, we are not able to hear anything. Is there any voice for that video?
Yeah, there was.
Okay. So I
May I
will give
have the
the
press?
presenter option. Okay, I will give the presenter option again because we couldn't hear anything.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. So
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar.
can you hear it? Are you able to hear it? Are you able to hear it? Okay.
Yes, Prapti, yes, the voice is low,
Oh,
but we can.
okay.
We are the Discovery Induction Batch 2 of Hash Future School, and we'll be talking about the incredible benefits of growing your own food. Let's start with freshness and nutrition. When you grow your own food, you harvest it as food, ensuring maximum nutrition. This means higher nutritional value as fruits and vegetables lose nutrients over time after being picked. Another significant benefit is safety and quality. By growing your food, you can avoid harmful chemicals and pesticides. You have complete control over what goes into your garden, ensuring your food is safe and healthy. Growing your own food can also be cost effective. While there is an initial investment in seeds and supplies, over time you'll save money by reducing trips to the grocery store and buying less produce. There are also environmental benefits. Home gardening reduces your carbon footprint, as there's no need for transportation of goods. Plus, it minimizes packaging waste and promotes biodiversity in your backyard. Now, let's talk about the dangers of store-bought fruits and vegetables. One major concern is the exposure to pesticides and chemicals. Many store-bought produce items contain residues that can pose health risks over time. Another issue is nutrient loss. Store-bought fruits and vegetables often travel long distances, leading to nutrient depletion. By the time they reach your plate, they may have lost a significant amount of their nutritional value. The environmental impact of commercial agriculture is also a concern. Intensive farming practices and long transportation routes contribute to a high carbon footprint, soil degradation, and water pollution. In conclusion, growing your own food at home offers numerous benefits for your health, wallet, and the environment. It helps you avoid the risks associated with store-bought produce and promotes a more sustainable lifestyle.
Thank you for joining us today. And now let's move on to the Q&A session.
Yep. So thank you, Fahim, for the video. Next, we are moving on to the Q&A session. If anyone has any questions, you can unmute and ask anything.
Hello, I have a question. Okay,
Sure, what is it?
Okay, so basically, I just want to say something real quick. You know, like that there are many benefits to growing your own food at home, like your own plants and vegetables, and all that.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'd say there's one small disadvantage. It takes a very, very long time to grow it. I'd say that's the only disadvantage. It takes a very long time to grow it. It's
Of course, it takes a lot of time to grow, but once it grows, you're obviously going to be enjoying the fruits, right? Like you're gonna see how long you came and how big of an achievement you did.
But for fruits such as mangoes, they only grow in like a specific season. Like still, even if they don't go on a specific season, it still takes a long time. Meanwhile, the grocery stores, you can just go in and then buy one and go back home. Simple as that. I'd say
Does
that
you have any? Yeah. You can
I'd say
continue.
that's the only small disadvantage there is to growing your own plants and vegetables. Your own fruit and vegetables. So yeah.
Pizan, you have anything to add on this?
Doing the buying fruits on the shops are easy, but it won't give the quality of planting on our home, and we would be able to know what we are eating, and you'll be able to check if it's bad or good. But that's not possible while we are buying it from the shops.
What do you mean? Just look at the expiry date.
You know, something that actually happens behind your back is that the big shopkeepers actually, I've actually seen this a lot, and that is they change the expiry date and they just cut off the first expiry tag, and then they reprint it to a newer expiry date, and they just spray some chemicals which will make it look fresh. I'm pretty sure nobody is aware about this, because the second I've seen it, I wasn't able to believe my eyes, because it was just so cruel. And yeah.
So you're saying all the store-bought mangoes I've been eating all these years were bad and had already expired?
Sometimes.
Most of them, yeah.
Excuse me,
Can I say
Nishana ma'am,
one
are you
thing?
here, Nishana ma'am?
Yes, I'm here, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, actually the meeting will end within 3 minutes. If
It's
we have
okay.
many questions, okay, then we have to rejoin. Otherwise,
Yes, everybody can rejoin. That's better, right?
Yeah.
We have more. Yeah.
Okay, so Prapti,
Killing
please end the
instincts
meeting
is
for
good.
everyone. Prapti, please end the
Yo,
meeting
Ahmed,
for
how are you?
everyone.
Yeah.
Prapti,